Are you stressed? Because I know I am. I'm Dr. Leif Smith, and I want to talk to you today about stress. Why? Because most of what you're stressed about is because of things that you are doing in your own life to get in your own way. Yes, believe it or not, we are our own worst enemies. And so I'm Dr. Leif Smith, and I'm a clinical psychologist, and I want to talk to you today about 3 things that you're doing right now in your life. They could be long-term habits, they could be short-term habits. But these are 3 of the habits that you have right now that are making your life more stressful than it needs to be. Okay, so let's talk about the first habit that's getting in your way and causing you more stress. And that habit is procrastination. Procrastination is simply putting off something that you know needs to be done. You procrastinate having conversations that you know you need to have. You procrastinate going and working out even though you know you need to work out. You procrastinate paying your bills because you don't want to see your money disappear. Procrastination causes a lot of problems because what it's doing is it's pushing it down the road. You're kicking the can down the road. Well, as you go down that road, there are a lot more cans. Therefore, procrastination is a habit that just causes more problems than it needs to. So, what I want you to first do is to identify what are the areas of your life that you're procrastinating in. Is it relationships? Are you procrastinating having conversations that need to be had? Are you procrastinating getting things done? Are you procrastinating in another area, finances? Are you putting off investing money? Are you putting off paying bills until the last minute? What area of your life are you doing the most damage with in terms of procrastination? Once you figure that out, then we can talk about ways to get over procrastination. I think I'll do a completely different video on that. But I will tell you, you need to identify what are the areas right now in your life where you are procrastinating and you need to get some things done. Habit number 2, and actually let me put my coffee cup down because it's kind of an awkward prop. Habit number 2 that's causing you stress in your life right now is lying to yourself / making excuses. If you're like me, you do this a lot. I know I have made a lot of excuses in my time, right? And so why do we do that? We make excuses because we don't want to deal with the reality that's right in front of us. We don't want to deal with it, so we make up excuses so we don't have to take the responsibility for doing something about the situation that we find ourselves in. So we lie to ourselves. We say it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay that we have poor eating habits. It's not okay that we're not financially stable. It's not okay that our friendships and our marriages and our relationships are not where they need to be. That's not okay. And we can make excuses all over the place, but in the end, the reality is the same. The reality is we are getting unhealthy. We have these bad habits. We're getting obese. We're getting type 2 diabetes. We're slowly killing ourselves metabolically with the way we eat and the way we don't work out and we don't take care of ourselves. And our relationships fall apart if we allow those excuses and those lies that we tell ourselves to take hold. So look at some of the areas of your life where you're experiencing difficulties right now. And I guarantee you, you're probably making some excuses in those areas. A good exercise to try to get more aware of how many excuses you actually do make in your life is to consciously try to spend one day not making any excuses. If you're late for a meeting, even 2 minutes late, I want you to walk into the meeting and apologize and say, I'm sorry that I'm late. I didn't plan well. That's hard to do, isn't it? Try to not make excuses for one day, and you're going to see how hard it is. And conversely, how easily you make excuses for all the maladaptive behaviors in your life. Like I said, I do this too, so it's something I constantly have to work on also. But this is the second habit that's causing immense amounts of stress in your life. Now, the third habit that is causing immense amounts of stress in your life also is the habit of avoidance. We get scared of something, right? A big hairy goal that we have, or something really important that we need to get done, a conversation that we need to have. We get scared and we avoid it, right? It's similar to procrastination, but avoidance to me is you're not putting something out, you're just avoiding it altogether. You're not doing something that you know needs to be done. So you avoid the person that you need to have that conversation with. You avoid doing the things, you avoid taking the phone calls from the bill collectors. You avoid doing something because you are scared of it. So if I avoid it, it'll go away and never come get me. That's how little kids act. We are adults and we need to change that habit. Avoidance makes the problem worse. We need to actively cope with things. We need to go towards things that we are afraid of, and our fear will subside because we are actually now coping and dealing with that thing that which we are afraid of. So it's very important, you guys, that we get a hold of these three habits, okay? The procrastinating, the lying to ourselves and making excuses, and the avoidance. We need to get a hold of these habits because they are causing most of the stress in our lives. I'm Dr. Leif Smith. Let me know which one is most applicable to you. I told you I think that making excuses is the biggest one for me. Is that the same thing in your life? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit like and share this with your friends.